I woke up with my feet up. Seat back, outfit, 30,000 feet up. What you know? And you know how I link up. Hit my homie up, told him what's up with the feature. I remember back.
21 Rockstar families, welcome to our weekly VODCAST. Oh my goodness, I hope that you guys are having an absolutely extraordinary weekend, despite all of the wet and rain that is coming down outside. Maybe you're watching the Olympics, or working on some of the Rockstar strategy sessions, or just spending some time together at home. I hope that you're having a great weekend. Hey, I have a bunch of announcements I wanted to get to, and then I'm going to get you guys off to the strategy session for the week. First of all, I wanted to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Ms. Kayla Harvin. Kayla, oh my goodness, has been putting forth so much incredible, effective effort. When we announced the Rockstar of the Week this past week, all of the rock stars in the classroom immediately agreed that Kayla is so deserving of the honor. So congratulations goes out to Kayla Harvin, this week's Rockstar of the Week. Hey, only a couple of announcements this week, guys. First of all, Wednesday does happen to be an early out day at 1:10 p.m. In addition, we will have a very brief Valentine's Day celebration if your scholar would like to bring in a treat or cards to share. I did send home this list of names in last week's Friday, not last week's Friday folder, in the mailboxes on Monday, in student mailboxes, not the U.S. Postal Service. These are all of the names of the Room 21 rock stars. There are 27 incredible rock stars. And I would also ask that you please do not send in any treats that contain peanuts. So that will take place on Wednesday very briefly. In addition, report cards went home this past Wednesday. I've gotten almost all of the cover sheets back, but if you have not yet signed the gold-colored cover sheet, please send that back in as soon as possible. You can keep all of the paper, all of the report cards. I just need that cover page back. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm so incredibly proud of each of the Room 21 rock stars. At this time, guys, it's time to get you off to the strategy session for the week, and I'll see you on the other end. Hey, Room 21 Rockstars, welcome to the home of our class sites, staffordschools.google.com/staffordschools.net/Room21Rockstars. Hey, I have so many incredible strategies for you guys to partake in this week and for you to earn some house points. And you know what? Since it is such a rainy weekend, since you guys have been working so hard in class, this will be a double house point week. Yes, you heard that right. Anything that you complete this week will now be worth double house points. Anything that you complete this week will indeed be worth double house points. So I'm looking for you guys to go above and beyond with all of the different strategies that we have available on our website. So let's kick it off, starting with our newsletter. If you go to the back of the newsletter for this week, guys, you'll find a ton of different things that you can complete for house points that are not even included on our strategy session. So you have questions here. Now, a few of these questions you may have to wait for the lessons on Monday and Wednesday, specifically anything dealing with the measurement of angles or the classification of angles. Those are some lessons that we're beginning this week with our study of geometry. But you also have the Google Classroom question of the week. You can either answer that on paper or you can answer that on Google Classroom itself and bring that on into class. And that is available there, guys. Now, heading on over to the weekly strategy session for the week. As you guys know, you can always click on the weekly math review, or you can see it right here. And this week, we have a review of the old and a practice of the new. Now, I will tell you, with the practice of the new, it does deal with the measurement of angles. So let me take you to the back of this Google Doc. This week, you are simply classifying each angle as straight, acute, obtuse, or right. If you know how to do that, that's wonderful. Otherwise, you will have to wait till class on Tuesday when we begin that study. Now, one way that you could get ahead, because this is the weekly VODCAST math review, is typically worth 20, but this week it will be worth 40 house points. It is already copied and ready on the chalk tray in the front of the classroom. If you want to get ahead with that, though, guys, you could watch this Math Antics video, and they're going to explain to you the different classifications that we have for angles. So that's one way that you could get ahead. If you don't want to wait for the lesson later in class this week, it is always available there. So the weekly math review is up and ready for you guys to check out. In addition, I have added a bunch of different things. First of all, last week we practiced multiplying fractions. And we had a lot of fun with that. So there's actually some practice available there, guys. I did put them in word problems, but I will assure you that each of the word problems is only a single step problem because that's our standard. That's what we're focused on. So go ahead and give those a try. As long as you show all of your work, I'll give you 5 house points for each of those. But because it happens to be a double house point week, you can actually earn 10 per problem. And like I've been saying with the angle work, guys, I have put live links up here for classifying angles and measuring angles. You can either watch the Math Antics video and get ahead with that, or you can wait later in the week to do each of those problems. Each of those problems will be worth 2 house points as long as you're showing all of your work. But because this is a double house point week, yes, indeed, those will be worth 4 house points each. Now, tomorrow in math, we're reviewing all of our vocab from 4th grade geometry. So I did put up this Math Antics video, guys, if you want to get ahead with that as well. The Olympics kicked off on Friday night, and this problem of the week, guys, is one of those logic puzzles that I know some of you really enjoy doing. What you have to do is read all of the clues and figure out the answer to the actual problem. So remember, when we did these a couple of weeks ago, you really have to read these clues multiple times, and you'll be able to start eliminating different choices by reading those a number of different times, guys. The challenge of the week is typically worth 10, but this week, because it is a double house point week, yes indeed, it will be worth 20 house points. I did keep up the blackout poetry. Shout out to Xavier, who asked for that to stay up another week. Each of those will be worth 20 house points, and those will not be doubled. Those will be capped at 20 house points per poem. But I did add something with Ember, guys. I just want you to write your thoughts about Ember. What do you notice so far about what we've been reading? What do you wonder? And you can make some predictions for your unanswered questions. That will be worth 10 house points, but because it's a double house point week, those will all actually be worth 20 house points apiece. Finally, guys, I know you've been waiting for the secret hashtag of the week, and the secret hashtag of the week will be hashtag is that glowing? Hashtag is that glowing? And that will be worth 20 house points this week as long as you come in and say it with that perplexed sound in your voice. At this time, guys, I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Hey, Room 21 Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were effective and successful. In addition, I hope that your Rockstar can find a little bit of time to do them today or throughout the week with all of this rain. What a great time to sharpen up all of the skills that we are working on in class. As always, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. You guys are seriously the very best families in Stafford County, Virginia, and my goodness, in all of Virginia. And I will see each of you guys next week.
I woke up with my feet up. Seat back, outfit, 30,000 feet up.